Hi, this is Eve at Knit and Crochet Together, and we're working on the Miranda skirt. It looks like this. And we're just approaching these squares. We've increased on the 3 inches from the waistband, and now we're going to make these squares right here. It's just a set of knit and purl. So we're going to go all the way to this edge first, increasing as we go. So I'm putting 1 stitch on, knitting 1, putting a stitch on, knitting 1, putting a stitch on, knitting 1, putting a stitch on, knitting 1, and we've got about 2 more increases, and we'll be at that mark, which is right there. I'll put it upside down so you see what I'm talking about. I just got to this mark again. Now we're going to start our squares. Now we need a multiple of 4, but I like to do things the easy way. So I'm just going to start doing my squares, and I'll add on a couple at the end if I need to. So I'm going to start with purl. So we've been knitting all this time. Purl is just, when you purl, you have to bring your thread from the other side of your work to the front of the work, so that it's sticking through both needles to the front of you. And then you go in the opposite way. Instead of going in this way like you knit, you just go in the opposite way toward you on this side of you. So we're going to purl 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you got to bring your string to the other side again and knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you bring your string to the side you're on again, to the front of the work, and then you go in the opposite way toward you. 1, this is purling. 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to put your string back to the other side again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to the purl again. We're going to bring our string through the middle of the 2 needles like this to the front of the work and do the purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the other side, between the needles to this side. We're going to knit 1, 2, 3, 4. Then bring your thread back through the middle of your size 8 circular needles again and go to the front next to you. Go in the opposite way. 1, purling. 2, 3, 4. So every time you bring your string back this way to knit and back this way to purl. So we're going on the knit now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, back to the front. Purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the knit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the purl. We're going to the knit now. Now if you want to make sure you did it right, you can check out your progress you should have 4 that are smooth without a across it. And then you should have 4 more with that, and then 4 without it, and 4 with it, and 4 without it, 4 with it, 4 without it. I'll have to make a video up close looking at the material in a bit here. So right now we're on the knitting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to switch it back to the front. Purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 4. Switch it back to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch back to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. Purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. Knit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. Purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. Knit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. Purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. Knit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. Purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. Knit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. Purl. 1. Sounds like an exercise class again. 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. Purl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. Back. Knit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch it back to the front. Purl. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch it back to the back, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, switch it back to the front, purl 1, 2, 3, 4, switch it back to the back, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, switch it back to the front, purl 1, 2, 3, 4, switch it back to the back, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, switch it back to the front, purl 1. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, when we get to this edge right here, we're going to make sure we have a multiple of 4, and we're going to make sure that it's going from knit to purl every 4 stitches, knit to purl, knit to purl. And then, you know what? I'm going to get back to you when I get to this edge. And then I'll show you how to make sure it has a multiple of 4 so that it's knit 4, purl 4, knit 4, purl 4, knit 4, purl 4, going all the way around. And that when you get to here, you don't end up with 8 knits in a row. We're going to make sure we adjust it at this opening so that the squares are going to be the right amount of purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. So I'll get back to you when I get to that opening. This is Knit and Crochet Together, and in order to find the steps in this tutorial on how to make this Miranda skirt, you need to go to video 1, Miranda skirt, video 2, Miranda skirt, video 3, Miranda skirt, video 4, Miranda skirt, video 5, Miranda skirt, and just put those in Google, YouTube search, Bing search, or whatever kind of search you have, and it should come up as that, as video 1 Miranda skirt, as 2 video Miranda skirt, video 3 Miranda skirt. That way you can find it easier. I've been trying to figure out how I can tell people how to find my tutorials easier, and this is what I've come up with. You look for, I might not have an introduction, but introduction, Miranda skirt. Video 1, Miranda skirt. Video 2, Miranda skirt. All the way up to where you at. And every time you do one video, then you just put in the next video, and then you'll get to the next step. That's the best way. Okay, I'll see you when I get to this edge, and we're counting to make sure that the squares are going to be 4 purl, 4 knit, 4 purl, 4 knit, 4 purl, 4 knit, and form this pattern. I'll see you then. Thank you.